Hi there. Welcome. So happy that you are here with me today for our weekly Facebook Live and Instagram Live. And I've got a lot going on today that I'm excited to share with you. So, we will, of course, be talking about the theme of the day, which is it's not about just getting over it. And I also want to let you know about a really exciting opportunity that I've got that is starting this afternoon. So it's starting today at 12 o'clock Pacific. Uh, no, I lied to you. It's starting at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And I am going to be sharing with you over the next 7 days my transformation equation method. So we're going to be doing 4 live coaching sessions. I'm also going to be providing you with daily guidance and some journal prompts. There is a community that you're going to be able to be a part of. You're going to be able to share with each other what's happening for you going through this process. So for the next 7 days, starting today, starting this afternoon, we've got the transformation equation method live coming up. And so I'm actually going to just pop it right in here. And I'm going to pin the link. There we go. And I believe I popped it in Instagram, and I know that Rini will pop it into Facebook shortly. And you can join me today for the next 7 days, the transformation equation method live. If you are wanting to make change in your life, and if you have read all the self-help books, if you've attended all the other webinars and workshops and you haven't been able to mobilize, this is for you. So again, I'll share it with you again a little bit later, but for now, what I'd like to, I'll go ahead and pop it into Facebook as well. NancyLevin.com/live. Oops, let me see what happened. I don't see where it went. But that is wrong. Oh, Rini did. Okay, good. Perfect. Good. I'm deleting what I put in there anyway. And I'm just going to pin what Rini popped in there for me. Okay, great. Perfect. So Instagram or Facebook, you've got the link right there. It starts today. So what I want to share about today, however, is this idea about, getting over it. Oh, just get over it. And we have likely had someone say that to us, oh, just get over it. We've also likely at some point perhaps said it to someone else, oh, just get over it. And what I really want you to know is it's not about just getting over it. So it's about being able to move through it. We can't heal what we can't feel. And so when we are in that place of wanting to just muscle through or power through to get to the other side of something, we are likely implementing some kind of avoidance strategy. So we all have what I like to call our drug of choice. We all have either, it can look like anything. It can look like drinking, drugs, food, exercise, mindless scrolling. It also looks like work, or perhaps, anything that you turn to, online shopping, anything you turn to so that you can avoid feeling or dealing. So just for a moment, check in with yourself and say, what's the thing that I turn to when I don't want to feel or deal? Do I work? Do I exercise? Do I eat? Do I drink? Do I shop? What do I do so that I don't have to feel? We all have it. And what we want to do is start to be able to build in a pause so that we can recognize when we're in that avoidance strategy and build in a pause to actually check in with ourselves to see what is driving me to avoidance right now. What is it that I don't want to feel or deal with right now? Right, mindless scrolling, overeating, scrolling, eating. We see a pattern here. Mine is definitely working. So we want to check in and really see what is the thing that I turn to so that I don't have to feel or deal, and how can I build in a pause to ask myself, what is it I don't want to feel or deal before I go do that thing? And can I actually build in a few moments of, contemplation or meditation or journaling so that I can stop myself? Because one of the things that happens is we have this idea that our feelings are like uh, are like the faucet. Stay with me. So we have this idea that our feelings are like the bathroom sink, where there's a hot and a cold, and that if I turn off one faucet, I'm still left with some running water. We think of our emotions like this. If I turn off the bad or the negative or anything I fear, the positive will still be able to run. But here's the truth. Our feelings are more like the kitchen sink, the kitchen faucet. There's an on and an off. It's one faucet, not two. So we either are allowing our emotions to flow through us, or we are putting a dam in place so that we don't feel. So there are so many ways that we numb ourselves out because we don't want to feel the bad, quote unquote. We only want to feel the good. But what often happens is, because it's that one faucet, we can't feel even the good. All or nothing. That's right. So check in with yourself to see, how am I actually in the way of feeling good? How am I in the way of experiencing my pleasure, my joy, my fun? How am I creating a dam to my own emotions? So this taps us in to recognizing that it's not about just getting over it or ignoring it or denying it or avoiding it. It's about moving through. In my book, Jump and Your Life Will Appear, there's a chapter called The Graceful Exit. And it's really about, how do I move through the grief? How do I move through the feelings that are difficult to feel? How do I allow myself to actually soak in it and embrace it and integrate it so that I can land on the other side with resiliency, with resourcefulness? I talk a lot about honoring the space between no longer and not yet. And that's what's happening here. We don't want to just get from where we are right now to the other side without having the experience of moving through it. And we want to honor that moving through. We want to honor that time of moving through. That is what builds our resourcefulness and our resilience. I see Sandra said the jump book helped me so much. I'm so glad. And hi Simone, and hi Teresa. Welcome. And I see Sasha over here. I see lots of you over here on Instagram. Welcome, welcome. Hi Amy from the UK. Hi. Welcome. Oh, I see hello from Chile. Awesome. And you're going to be on the Transformation Equation Method Live. Fabulous. So again, just a quick mentioning that it's pinned on Facebook and Instagram. You can join me for my Transformation Equation Method Live. It starts today. We are going on a 7-day journey together, and I will be live with you 4 times over the course of the week. We will do live coaching, and we will also be forming a community to go through this together. And you will be able to interact with one another. You'll be able to share with each other on our replay pages. You'll be able to comment and share what's happening for you. This is really all about mobilizing you to make the changes that you've wanted to make in your life. So if you know you want to make change, but you're hung up on thinking that it has something to do with self-discipline perhaps, or something to do with willpower, or not being able to push through, if you notice that you are drawn to procrastination, if you notice that you are being pulled into the phases of not being able to feel passionate and connected to your vision, join me today. Join me today. Amy, excellent. Join us. Join us. Because one of the things that we are exploring together is how change is distinctly connected to our vision, the choices we make, and the actions we take. So we have so much more power. We are so much more empowered to make change in our life than we give ourselves credit for. And I want to show you step by step how you can activate change in your own life. And the transformation equation method live is the catalyst. The name of the book I mentioned is called Jump and Your Life Will Appear. Nadine, hello there. All your books and oops, it just disappeared what you wrote. Maybe you erased it and you're going to put it back. Mary said, love that phrase, honor the space between no longer and not yet. I'm so glad. So as I was mentioning, in my book, Jump and Your Life Will Appear, there's a whole chapter on the graceful exit. And it's really about being able to connect with what is having you feel things you don't want to feel and then inviting them in. So there's a story I tell in that book, in that chapter, about my relationship with my dogs and how I loved when I got home from skiing. One of my favorite moments was sitting down on my front stoop, taking off my ski boots, and having my dogs come and kiss me all over and make it nearly impossible to take off my ski boots. And then, this was 3 different dogs. So 2 of the dogs passed. And then the 3rd dog, I ended up leaving when I left my marriage. So my now ex-husband and the dog stayed together and I left. And there was so much grief about leaving the dog. I mean, obviously there was some grief about leaving my marriage, but for those of you who have dogs or pets, you get it. There was so much grief about leaving my dog. And what I didn't connect is that I was actually avoiding skiing because I didn't want to feel the pain of not having the dog there. It wasn't totally conscious, but I noticed that I was not wanting to ski. And then I put 2 and 2 together and realized, I don't want to go skiing because I don't want to come home and not have the dog there. And so I really had to move myself through the experience of skiing, coming home, crying when I took off my ski boots, recognizing that the dog is no longer there. I can still ski, I can still love and miss the dog, but I can still have my joy. I can have all the feelings. I can have the grief and the sadness, and I can have the pleasure and the joy, and it can all be there at once in the Big Faucet. Right, so grief about leaving the ferret, I get it. And yes, Teresa, I know you understand. I absolutely know you understand. Rini, thank you so much for popping in the book link too. I appreciate that. And Nadine said, all your books and Destination Me tremendously have helped me the last few years. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Baby steps. Yes, exactly. Hi, Miles from Alberta. Welcome. So, this is really the way that we want to invite the feelings in. We want to experience them. We want to let them live inside of us. We want to integrate. We're always wanting to integrate instead of eliminate or push the feeling away. We want to let ourselves feel all the feelings. All the feelings are welcome. So today, as I mentioned, for the next week, I'm leading this 7-day free live coaching experience called the Transformation Equation Method. You can join. It's pinned on Instagram and on Facebook. And I'm going to support you in moving through the changes you want to make and taking responsibility, feeling empowered so that you're no longer blaming someone else for the experience of your life, and that you're no longer allowing someone else to do anything that impacts you in the way of feeling like a victim. So it's an opportunity here for you to choose a vision that already exists within, because that's the truth. Our visions exist within us. We just need to dust them off and unveil them. So to really focus on your vision and then be able to make choices and take actions that serve the vision. That's how change happens. It sounds simple. It's not easy, but you can do this with me starting today. And I guarantee you, I'm willing to guarantee you that next week at this time, you will have experienced a shift. Hello, darling Nicole. This experience is such a gift. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. I see that people saying that you're signing up. I really encourage you to take this time for yourself. It's the first step you can take toward living life on your own terms. And here's the deal. If you can't make it live, that's okay. You can absolutely watch the replay. We'll be sending the replays out right after. I know that not everyone's, there's no perfect day or time to do anything. That is something I've learned. So we have to pick a day and a time, and then you're able to watch the replay if it doesn't work for you, but it doesn't leave you behind, because you can come on in on the replay page. We will have ways that you can engage. We will have ways that you can connect and share with each other as you go through the process together. And there is something so potent and so powerful about going through this together, because you really are going to, as I always say, you're going to find yourself in each other's stories. And when you resonate with each other, it gives you permission to share your truth. I see this. Yay. I absolutely cannot wait to take this course. You are absolutely amazing. Well, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you later today. I really, really do. So again, it starts this afternoon or today. It runs for a week, 7 days straight, 4 live coaching sessions every other day. So today, Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday are the 4 live coaching sessions. If you're not able to join me live, sign up anyway. You're going to get a replay. And I invite you to take part in this really powerful community experience that we will co-create together. This is chemistry. This is alchemy. And when we come together to share an experience, it's unbelievable what can happen. Because here's what I know. Before I was this version of me, I was a live in-person event producer for 20 years. And the last 12 of those at Hay House. But I always knew and I always believed that coming together in person, we were able to create a shared experience together. And what I've learned through this pandemic is, even though we haven't been able to be in person, it has been extraordinary, the connection and the community that we've been able to build online. So even if we're not able to be fully in person yet, we can be online together, and you can know that you are part of something. You are together with people of like minds. You are resonating with each other, and you find yourself along the way. Right, serendipity, exactly. Julie said hi from London. I'm 59 and only just giving myself permission to feel all those feelings and change or come back to myself. I'm loving it. Julie, I love that you're here. This is for you. This is for you. I hope you'll join us later today for the transformation equation method. You can click the link. I would love, love, love for you to join us. Mary, I'm glad there's a replay. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday. And my son is buying me Chinese dinner. Yummy. Awesome. You can absolutely watch the replay later. No worries. No worries at all. No worries at all. Catch the replay. You don't need to, I'm giving you space between the live coaching sessions specifically so that you don't feel pressure. You've got space to watch the replays. And each day I will be sharing about one of the about the transformation equation method and one of the specific elements of it. And each day you will be able to take action. And it's all about inch by inch. Nicole said, yes, some of my closest friends were found in this community. Change plus friendships. It's a no-brainer. How perfect is that? It's true. It's true. It's very true. I love it. So remember, I'm inviting you to step into the feeling of everything you're experiencing in its fullness. That's really the key here. Janice, sing it, Nicole. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've got my dear friends here too that I have made in my community. Let's see. I heard you the first time at the Community Writers Q&A, and I enjoyed hearing your story. I'm so glad. Good. Yes. Good. Well, there's lots more where that comes from. As the people who are in my community Full Throttle can tell you, I show up as me. I share my stories. I, got nothing to hide. And I want you to feel that way too, because there is a freedom that is waiting for you when you know that you no longer need to hide whatever it is you think you need to hide in order to be loved and accepted. We are here to love and accept you exactly as you are. So allow yourself to feel what's true. Check in with yourself before you go to your avoidance strategy. If you're reaching for the fridge, check in and say, what is it I don't want to feel right now? If you're trying to numb out by working or by scrolling, what is it I don't want to feel right now? And maybe spend 5 minutes journaling instead. Oh, thank you. You said, JYLDYZ would. Okay. Your definition of boundaries was revolutionary. I'm so glad. I mean, boundaries are the heart of my work, and boundaries are, in my heart. So I'm very glad to know that moved you and resonated with you. So allow yourself to move through your feelings. Join me later today. Oh, Jill, I love it. Jill, awesome. I love that, Jill. You're so welcome. Join me later today. More words of wisdom for you, more experience for you to be able to move yourself through, which is really the goal. This isn't about, I'm here to guide you. And I'm holding you capable of making the changes in your life that you want to make. And I have got the path, I've got the roadmap, I've got the blueprint, and I want you to feel the permission, and I want you to feel empowered to make the changes you want to make in your life. So click on the link, join us. It's at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern today. It starts today. If you can't make it live, you can watch the replay. The 4 live sessions are at the same time today, Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday next week. All right, loves. Thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you later.